The 2026 season has arrived. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin out in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the veteran, and he's still got it, Joe Mixon. He's trying to get the season off on the right foot, and I think he just did. Both feet, as a matter of fact. He's gone. A 42-yard touchdown run. The Dolphins come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Next up, let's check on the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium. And this is Izzy Abanaconda. He's going to find a seam and take it in, 9 yards on the score. The Cowboys get the Sunday night victory. They spoil John Harbaugh's Giants debut, and they get the win in the division. Already some unfortunate injury news to tell you about from the opening slate of games. New season, new awards to hand out here in 2026. It's our inaugural EA Sports Player of the Week. And we will applaud the efforts of this man, Justin Herbert. He was so good in the win over the Cardinals. Try on these numbers for size: 4 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown. Meanwhile, a look at the rest of Week 1's top performers, all grading out at an A+ on their first test of the new season. Next up, time for a look at the NFL leaders in passing yards here in the early going. And the man who came bursting out of the gate in Week 1, Kyler Murray. With that, a look at the scores from a wild first week of the new NFL season. And that'll do it for us. After a fun first week, let's do it again, shall we? Scott Hansen here in Orlando. Good night from EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, faithful, please welcome to the field your 2026 San Francisco.
On the Miami sideline, a look at their quarterback. Not at his best a week ago in the opener, but he did enough to lead his guys to that Week 1 victory. Across from him, Brock Purdy. He's got his guys ready for battle in front of a sold-out crowd that is ready to rock on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Shifts by him. Touchdown! 49ers! He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Niners 7, Dolphins nothing.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Willis going to throw it right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Purdy bootlegging it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. But you look at this defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. In motion right is Evans. Back to throw, Purdy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing here, Purdy. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A beautiful fake. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Purdy will look to throw again here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 43-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find the rookie here from Texas Tech. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Willis to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete to Pearsall. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Purdy. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit wide the last couple of games.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. Malik Willis and the rest of his offense set to take over here for their next possession. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
And
that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Achane. And he's got some space here. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
49ers.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. Down the numbers. There he goes. Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Niners.
The quick
17.
strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Dolphins 21.
So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Oh, a nice spin. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run. And he loses the football the second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
That just can't happen when you're trying to make a comeback, but no one knows that better than this veteran running back. He got a little loose with the ball, and it's going to cost him. I'm sure he's itching to have a chance to make up for that mistake.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard. And this is
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
17. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They motion the running back out left. Purdy on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's got room. Now he's into the clear again. He's to the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Dolphins.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. They juked him. And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Vikings in the NFC North. And this is the former Packers star, Aaron Jones. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. The Vikings are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's go out to Orchard Park, one of the toughest tickets of the year, the debut game at New Highmark Stadium, the Lions taking on the Bills. And this is the MVP from a couple seasons ago, Josh Allen. He connects here on a 36-yard touchdown. The Bills get the win, and they are 1-0 in the new stadium. Lock up the folding tables, people. Celebration time in Western New York. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from Week 2, and it's this man. And this is Tank Dell. He's going to stretch the field here, and this one is on target. 44 yards, and you can rack it up. It's a touchdown. The Texans get the W by 2 touchdowns. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 5. Running right, here's Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 202 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
At the 44-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Up the middle, Achane. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly, they get to the line.
Brings up second and 12.
Back to throw, Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Niners offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard
Brandon, it's not a
line.
bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 24 more yards. That's another 49er first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again.
16-yard line.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
10 yards. And the 49er first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Dolphins.
So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
44.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
And they'll give this to Achane. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Mixing up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Achane on the counter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, Achane. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the 49er
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Achane. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's going to be an 83-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.